Now, as you can see from the title, I make about $70,000 a month completely automated from this faceless Snapchat show. Now, we have about 8 of these as I've gone into depth on my previous videos, but before we go ahead and show everything, I want to emphasize the fact that I am not selling a course. I have a one-on-one mentorship which I offer to clients that are high ticket, but by no means will I ever sell a course. This information is for the 1% that are actually interested and want to learn. I mean, this type of content you won't find anywhere else on YouTube. This is a one-on-one sit down with somebody who's actually done it and been there. And I'm just sharing everything I know. And I'm telling you now, to make $10,000 a month is not difficult whatsoever. I mean, I'm telling you, it is ridiculously easy. It's somewhat disgusting and disturbing. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how you can do it and replicate what I've done. So we have about 8 Snapchat shows and we've just acquired 3 new ones, which I'm going to go into depth about as well. Now, these shows make anywhere from about $12,000 per month per show to about $30,000. Now, this is one of our good ones, Paradise. Just today, we made 400 USD on one of our other shows. We made about 285 USD just today. And keep in mind, we're in Q1 right now, so it's very bad. The CPMs have dropped off a crap ton, but obviously they're going to go back up. Now, this show, we did 220 just today. And then, guys, it just keeps going. I mean, we have so many. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just this month on this one new show, we did $31,500. Now, if we want to go ahead and be super cheeky, we can go back to, I believe, December to October back in 2023. We did 276,000 USD in sales. Now, guys, I am telling you now, with the advancements of ChatGPT and AI, it might sound too good to be true, but I promise you, YouTube automation is ludicrously easy now, and it's kind of on easy mode. And it's honestly quite sad to think how oversaturated YouTube's going to become. But obviously, we want to be the people that take advantage of this. And in today's video, let's go into depth on exactly how you can do that. So, starting off, how much money I made today completely automated. We've gone into depth on that and you've seen it. I mean, I have a few other sources of income, including all of my YouTube automated channels, which we're going to go into a little bit more depth in today's video. But how you can start up a faceless shorts channel with ease and zero work. Now, shorts are paying a ridiculously high RPM recently. It's been about 25 cents per 1,000 views on very good English-based demographics. Now, we really want to make sure when we're doing shorts that we're targeting first world countries. That would be UK, US, Australia, those really, really good first world countries that are obviously going to have a higher paying demographic than if we were targeting, India, Pakistan, and, countries like that. So when we want to look for a new shorts channel that we're going to be, taking advantage of and kind of getting into, we want to find something that can be easily replicable with AI that we can completely automate. Now, if we head over to ChatGPT, obviously in my mentorship, I was making some videos today on exactly how we can kind of do this. But just to give you guys an example, if we head over to the Screen Addicts channel, this is a Family Guy based channel. If we head over to there, you guys can see they're doing about 30 million views a month, which would equate to about, if we give them a 20-cent RPM, which is about 6,000 euros a month, so on average 8,000 USD a month, completely automated. Man, I'm telling you, these videos are ludicrously easy to make. Let me go ahead and play one just so you guys have a bit of an idea.
5 more times Family Guy roasted music artists.
It is so easy to automate, and I'm going to show you the exact process of how I would do that. Now, coming over to ChatGPT, you want to essentially train your own model. Now, I'm going to go into more depth on how you can find new shorts, but here's an example of a prompt that I use to train a completely organic ChatGPT model to now be able to make content exactly like Screen Addicts, and they're making upwards of $150,000 a year. Now, the way I did it was I said, I'm starting a YouTube channel for shorts about Family Guy moments. I want it to be engaging for short form. Remember, 30 to 50-second videos. Here's an example of a script. Now, I went ahead and stole their script and gave it as a reference. That way, ChatGPT and my model now knows exactly how I want to structure, how I want the pacing to be, and it's going to replicate that for every single video going forward. Now, I gave it a bunch of examples. I said, that's an example script. Now I want you to write me another quoting accurately from Family Guy. I want you to make sure it's 100% accurate with the facts. So that means that it will get the episodes right. It'll get all the timestamps right. Guys, this has never been possible before, and you need to get in on it because this is essentially a blueprint. And I'm telling you now, I'm not just saying this. If you execute this in The Simpsons, in Family Guy, in American Dad, in Suits, in The Office, there are so many different TV shows and, cartoons that are still alive, even Avatar: The Last Airbender, Harry Potter. you can do this same thing in all of them. Now, one thing you want to make sure is, so I gave it that prompt, it made me a perfect script. I'm going to show you exactly how to execute that. You want to make sure that you have search the web turned on. Now, what this will do is it'll make it so it essentially finds exactly where the timestamps are, and you can go ahead and pay editors to do your entire job for you. All you do is pay the editor, you give him the script, and then you receive the final product and you schedule that. And the RPM, as I said, is about 25 cents. If you go ahead and get a music deal, the RPM would be increased to upwards of 50 cents a video. Now, a music deal, for those that don't know, is essentially you can work with a music publisher to play music that they give you on your shorts, and you'll get paid an additional RPM on top of whatever you're getting from YouTube already. So it's absolutely ridiculous. And in some cases, can even make your shorts RPM to be upwards of $1, which is absolutely crazy. Now, let me go ahead and show you this model that I've trained. All I'm going to say is give me 5 more video ideas. Now, keep in mind, I have trained this model. You want to go ahead and make sure you're training your ChatGPT model to be perfect for every single channel. You can see here, I've renamed this to be, a certain niche. So eventually, once you have 5 short channels completely automated, feel free to make a ChatGPT document and train your own model for each one, because it will remember. Now, here we go. It's given me a bunch of ideas. So angriest, lowest moments. Now, presume I like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and provide that and not say anything else and watch this work its magic. I press enter on that and it's going to make me an entire script just like that. I mean, look at this. In season 4, episode 9, Lois develops a shoplifting habit leading to her arrest. Like, the entire video completely done. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is grab all of this information. Now, I'm going to go ahead and head over to 11 Labs, which is essentially the perfect site for getting, AI voiceovers, and it's just extremely high quality. I mean, I have, 32 million credits that I'm just not using. It's really bad. I have a habit of buying credits, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is paste in that. Now we're going to go ahead and just delete all of the, insert brief humorous clips, because that's for your editor. Now I've gone ahead and done that. You guys can vouch for that. I made this entire video in less than about, I'd say, 20 seconds. Now this is in 11 Labs. I'm going to go ahead and use Brittany, who's a great voice to start with if you're doing a channel like this specifically. It's a female voice. I'm going to press generate and watch how ludicrous this is. It's going to go ahead and take a few seconds to start. And once it does,
5 angriest Lois moments in Family Guy. In season 4, episode 9, Lois develops a shoplifting habit, leading to her arrest.
Now, that just shows you the absolute insanity of what we're working with here. I mean, that's an entire short that usually would have taken at least an hour of doing script writing, voice acting, completely automated, that you can go ahead and send over to your editor. Now, once your editor has that video, he'll go ahead and find the corresponding clips, completely put them in with subtitles. It's very easy and not a difficult edit whatsoever. And bang, just like that, you've completely replicated this channel that's doing upwards of $10,000 every single month. It's honestly stupid. Imagine if you made one of these in the Family Guy niche, you made one in the Simpsons niche, you made one in Suits, in Harry Potter, in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let's say you're paying about $10 a short. That's $50 a day for all of them. And you can be posting every single day across 5 channels, all being monetized. If each of those channels, let's say you're doing 5 channels and you're paying about $10 per short, that's going to be about 50 times 30. You're going to be paying $1,500 a month to automate all of those channels, which is a big chunk, don't get me wrong. But when you consider the fact that you'll be making that money back just off one instantaneously, just like that, you kind of start to see where YouTube automations kind of snowballs and where it becomes worthwhile and kind of takes over this niche. Essentially, now that you've got your niche, all you want to go ahead and do is find a scriptwriter. Now, it is incredibly easy, and I'm going to give you the exact source on how I personally do this and how you should kind of structure this and copy me. The secret source on how to find editors is a Discord server called Creative Paradise. Now, this is not sponsored. Please keep that in mind, but I'm about to put you guys on. This server is essentially, think of it like Fiverr, but you can get very, very cheap people to make your edits that are extremely high quality. Now, yesterday, I wanted to do a bit of a test. So what I did was I wrote long form editor needed. I put a sample of the type of content that I wanted to get replicated. And I said, looking for a good video editor, you have to include the average length and the budget. Now, this is where I kind of be a little bit tricky. I put the budget a lot more to what I'm actually willing to pay, just so I get a bunch more DMs. And it might be scummy. I know, I'm sorry, I'm a bad person, whatever, as long as it makes the money. Now, once we set the budget, you're going to want to go ahead and ping whatever roles you're looking for. So if you're looking for thumbnail designers, you can go ahead and ping designer right there, and that'll essentially notify all those people, and they'll see your message and go ahead and reach out to you. Now, once you've been reached out to, you want to make sure you give them a very good example of what you want, and you're going to want to say, must do a sample. Now, once you've done this, you'll get hundreds of DMs. So I posted this one yesterday, and guys, I have 225 DMs from editors that are just willing to work with me. You see here, hey mate, found your offer on the Creativity Hub and couldn't resist because it's perfect for my skills. Send me your portfolio. Now, the strategy is you want to go to every single one of these people, give them your example script and give them your audio file from 11 Labs, which you already made. And you want to say, make me a sample. Now, once you've got that sample, you send it to every single person. You want to get about 100 people to make you samples and just filter out the shit ones and work with the ones that are actually good and are cheap. Now, once you found the sample and you've got somebody that's good, you want to negotiate. A few tactics that I like to use personally are kind of like saying, we're looking to purchase bulk. We're going to be purchasing way more in the future. If you work with us long term, it'll be worth your while. You really want to kind of flatter them and make them feel special and make them feel like you're going to be working with them. And I know it's scummy, but I'm really just trying to give you guys the exact blueprint. And obviously, as I said, I don't sell a course. I could make this video a lot more in depth and a lot more highly edited and kind of, make it what works on YouTube, but I really don't care. I want to give you guys, the 1% of you that actually are watching currently, all the info on how you can replicate and what all these other stupid gurus aren't going to tell you, because they're all just full of shit and they don't care about you. They just want to sell their course. Now, going down again, we can see getting monetized. This is essentially the bread and butter of shorts. And one thing I've seen a lot of people say is that shorts don't pay well, which just is complete not true. I mean, shorts used to pay quite bad, and that was called the shorts bonus. But recently, they've actually implemented the ability to get monetized solely with shorts. So if I head over to my YouTube studio, for example, and I go ahead and press earn, what I'm going to be able to do is, get monetized. All I need is 1,000 subscribers, 3 video uploads in the last 90 days, and either 3,000 watch hours, which would be if you're doing long form, or 3 million shorts views, which is not hard. If you guys have done shorts, you would know that 3 million shorts views is nothing at all, really. That takes like a couple weeks maximum to get if you're posting consistently and you're posting good content. Once you've got monetized, your RPM will vary, and that depends on a few different factors, and that is demographic. So whether they're from first world countries, like I said prior, age is also a very, very big factor. So if they're 18 to 24, if they're 35 to 50, things like that. And then another big factor is also your AVD. Now, that doesn't necessarily convert to RPM, which is how much you're paid per 1,000 views, but what it does convert to is your short performing well. When it comes to shorts, you want to have a very steady graph that kind of goes like this. You want to also have a very low swipe rate, or a very high swipe rate, I should say, which is how many percentage of people that watch the video and see it on their feed don't swipe off. Now, I know I'm yapping, I know I'm talking a lot of shit, but just keep in mind, everything I'm saying is very important and crucial to make this do well for you. Now, once you've gone ahead and gotten monetized, as I said before, if you really want to target a niche that has a high demographic, that's the biggest factor, which is making sure you're getting US, UK, Australia, views like that. Now, a way to do that is to choose a niche that has that type of audience already pre-existing. For example, if you were to do Family Guy, I believe Family Guy only airs in like first world countries, not India, not Pakistan, all these other countries we don't want. It does air in very good demographics. That's why the RPM on Family Guy content is so good. Same with NBA, for example. NBA is kind of an American thing for the most part. And that's why if you do NBA content, like these are the top 5 LeBron clips, and obviously have them highly voiceovered, get AI to do everything for you. The structure I showed you on how to get an AI video made works the exact same way for any other niche. It doesn't matter what niche you're doing, whether it's Family Guy, NBA. And the one thing I will tell you is avoid niches like soccer, avoid niches like all this really low quality arts and crafts, satisfying, all this dumb stuff. We don't want that, because you're going to be getting just pure Indian, pure Brazil, all these other horrible demographics that aren't going to give you a high RPM and really aren't worth your time whatsoever. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, but go ahead and watch all my other previous videos. I go into depth on absolutely everything. I'm the only creator that's really going to tell you exactly how to do this and what works. Now, for example, on this channel we have here, this is a Snapchat show. I showed you it before. It made about $300,000 in 1 month. This one show in the last 30 days has done $31,000 in revenue. You can see here, revenue, $3.9 thousand, just like that. Obviously, I'm only 19, so I've been able to do all of this before the age of 20, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I've made about $2.5 million from this Snapchat agency. But this show specifically, Fax Machine, it's essentially a news show where we go into depth on like celebrity news. So Aiden Ross, and here's our recent video, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande's body transformation had all of her fans scared for her.
Now, this entire script was AI, the entire voice was AI, and all we had to pay for was a $5 edit, and this video made us a couple $1,000s. I don't know if that's not disgusting. I don't know what is, and that's why I'm really trying to emphasize the fact that it's not difficult and you can do it too. This is not something to be afraid of. Like what we're doing is just so easy and you need to get on it. If you're making less than $10,000 a month, you are doing something wrong and you need to fix it. Now, just take what I'm saying at face value. Don't overthink it. Don't be like, I'm going to start soon. 25 is my year. I'm going to start soon. Start right now. Choose your niche. Go ahead and copy the exact structure that I told you. And yes, once again, I do have a mentorship one-on-one in my link in description. Now, I understand that I've always said I'm not going to sell a course, and this is a mentorship for very high ticket people. Don't reach out if you don't have a high budget, because this is essentially to work with people who kind of want to get going and need help. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you the best.